So money does not bring happiness, but it makes life very easy and very comfortable. So I would advise that you go out there and look for money. After 25, if you don't know that your life is in your hands, you are in for a big surprise, my dear. Trust your intuition. Your intuition will always save you every time. So they're always going to gossip. And after they gossip about you and it's all said and done and they laugh and everything is said and done, they really don't care. Everyone has their own situations they are going through. Everyone has their own drama in their life. Your man's friends are not your friends. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment or subscribe if you care. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate your love and support. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 30 lessons that I learned for the past 30 years of my life. So I also want to put this disclaimer out there that you and I are not from the same background. You and I don't have the same experiences. Probably you won't resonate with what I'm saying, but I had a very traumatic childhood, and basically most of my life was on survival mode. So what I might say might not resonate with you. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Okay.
2,000 years later.
The first lesson that I learned is every relationship that you might have with a human being can have a start, it also can have an end. So it's not guaranteed that that relationship will be there forever, and it's not a guarantee that that person will be there for you forever. So the best way, if you want to have a solid foundation with someone that you know is always going to be there and they're never going to leave you, just have a relationship with God. God will never forsake you. He will never lie to you, and he will never do anything to harm you. My second point is, just because you are blood, it does not mean that they automatically love you. It doesn't. Just because you are related, that's not automatic love. Because you're family, it doesn't mean that they have your back or they have your best interest at heart. I found that with myself, like especially when it comes to my family members, if I want to have a relationship with someone, I would just make it known like, hey, I would love to have a relationship with you. Also because I'm from a very big family, so it's like each to their own. I know this might sound crazy for people who are from like healthy homes. My third point is, naturally, human beings are jealous and envious. Like, we were born with those feelings like inside of us. So like sometimes if you have nice things, or you are doing so well in your life, or you're achieving big things that people around you don't have, just don't flaunt those things in their faces and be like, yay, see what I have, look what I have, you know, because you might actually end up creating enemies. You might actually end up creating enemies without you even knowing. And sometimes you might find that you just like sharing your achievements or like nice stuff that you have without even trying to brag, but it's just like now people are monitoring whatever you are doing, and once they speak ill over whatever success or whatever good things you have, those things are just gonna go wrong. Everything is just gonna go wrong, and you will just see things not going your way. So you need to be careful of how you share things with people and who you share things with. In my 30 years of life, I would advise that you do not share anything with anybody. The only time that you share like intimate stuff is when you are on your knees and you are praying to God. Like useless things, like, you know, sharing things on social media, like maybe like I used to do this, like maybe doing unboxing videos like of stuff that you bought, like nice and cool stuff that you bought. some people might actually look at it as like you are bragging, you know. So I actually learned this lesson like a long time ago, and I haven't posted any luxury stuff for the past 2 years. And you know, that's when people think, you don't have money anymore. And I feel like it's better for people to think you don't have the money anymore than them just looking at you with your nice things, and you are just creating unnecessary enemies. You end up having, like with me, I ended up creating a lot of enemies on Insta. You know, people would be saying nasty things, trying to investigate who's your man, who's this and this, where do you get money. So it's better to just live your life, and yeah. Number 4, if someone is being funny and they just using, you know, if someone is trying to be mean or rude in a sarcastic way, and they say like they joking, they're not joking. They mean whatever they are saying. If they say like mean stuff or nasty thing as a joke, they mean it. They're not joking. They're not playing. That's how they feel about you, and that's what they want to say to you. But they rather say it in a joking way. So you think, no, she's just joking, or she's just being, you know, whatever. Another thing is, you know, people who take pictures or videos of you if you are in an uncomfortable situation, or maybe when you're looking ugly and they post it online, or if you have friends who maybe you guys went out to drink and they take pictures of you while you intoxicated or under the influence and they post it online, knowing very well that you don't look nice in that image, or you don't look nice in that picture, but they just trying to publicly embarrass you. I know this because I used to have a friend. Every time, like when people are drunk or someone is like vomiting, or maybe something funny is happening, especially if we are drunk, or maybe you are crying or you're going through something, she used to take pictures and videos of those situations. But before, I just never used to pay attention to it. But later on, I just realized like, like this person is literally trying to collect information, or information they can use as leverage against you or something. I don't know why she used to do that. It's till this day, I don't know why she used to do that, but yeah. So if a person tries to have evidence of you in an uncomfortable situation, I don't even need to tell you. You already know. Number 4, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You know that little voice that tells you like, no, don't do it. No, don't reply. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know that little voice that's always whispering when you're about to do something, or when you're about to go somewhere, or you're about to meet someone, and that little voice is just so strong. Trust your intuition. Your intuition will always save you every time. I believe that's God trying to talk to you and let you see like how the situation. So just listen to that voice. Something would tell me like, don't do it, don't go, like, or do not talk to this person, or don't even try to have a relationship with this person. But I would still be like, I mean, there's no harm in trying, or there's no harm in just, you know, my sister, I'm not going to warn you twice. I warned you already. Like, just listen to your intuition and stay away from whatever situation your intuition is trying to warn you against, because your intuition is the voice of God trying to talk to you. All men's friends are not your friend. I don't care what they say to you, or how they treat you, or how nice they are to you. They are not your friends. And I'm gonna extend this and say, your men's friends, their girlfriends and their wives, they are not your friends. And I would advise you, it would be best if you don't have their numbers, and if you don't have their contacts, and if you do not follow them on social media, avoid contacts just avoid contact with those human beings. They are not your friends and they are not for you. Just avoid it. The relationship might look healthy, but just avoid it. Avoid that relationship at all cost. No matter how healthy it looks or how good it looks, just avoid that relationship at all cost. I've had my fair share of drama in these situations with these people. So just avoid all of them altogether. Do not follow them on social media. Do not have their numbers. If they are hosting parties, don't go. If their children are turning 120, whatever, do not go. If there's any invitation that invites you, do not go. Make it clear to your partner that these people are your friends and they're not mine and I want no part of it. And do not extend any invitation to these people. They are not for you. They're not your friends. Okay? Lesson number 7. 30 is not old. Like 30 is not old. Like I remember when I was in my early 20s, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I remember when I was in my early 20s, I was always like, oh my God, I need to get married. I need to rush and do this and do that. I need to have this and this and that by 30, thinking like 30, that's when you start getting old and that's the end of the world. 30 is not old and it's not the end of the world. There's so many things you can do at 30. Your entire life can literally start at 30. Your entire life can start at 30. Please hear me and hear me clearly. 30 is not old and it's not the end of the world. It should come with wisdom, but it's not old. Lesson number 8, you can't save everyone. You cannot save everyone, especially when it comes to your friends. You can't save your friends. You can't save your family members. If they do not want to save themselves, you cannot save them. And there's nothing you can do about their situation. If they're in a bad situation, there's nothing you can do about it unless they are personally ready to change their situation. Firsthand, I've experienced this so many times. So many of my family members, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this for you. Maybe it's going to help you gain this or do this. So I'm going to tell you, if a person is not ready for change, there is nothing in this world that you can do to convince them otherwise. If they're not ready, they're not ready. And whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever support you give, it's not going to change their mind if they haven't decided within themselves that they want to change, they want better for themselves. So you are not going to save everyone. Just remember that you're not able to save everyone. What I would advise is save yourself and keep it moving. Unless the person comes to you and asks for help, like, can you help me with this? Then you can help. But just looking from the outside and like, oh my God, this person is going through some hard time, let me help. Stay away from it. Also, another thing, what if God is trying to use whatever situation they are going through as part of their testimony? So now you want to come and disturb whatever God is trying to do in their life. So if someone is going through something, well done. Kiss.
Can I have another?
Moving on to lesson number 9. Lesson number 9 is money doesn't bring happiness. You can still be sad while you have money. Money doesn't bring happiness, but it does make your life very easy because you can afford things that you want and you don't have to stress. So money does not bring happiness, but it makes life very easy and very comfortable. So I would advise that you go out there and look for money, because money can make your life very easy. Lesson number 10. If you have something that you want to do, or a hobby, or whatever it is that you want to do that is not so corporate, and you are passionate about this thing and you really want to do it, maybe you want to go professional in sports, or you want to do social media, whatever it is that you want to do it. Because time waits for nobody. like another thing, don't be embarrassed, because most people will be like, oh no, I'm so scared to do social media. If I post pictures, people are gonna see my pictures and they're gonna laugh. Of course they're gonna see your pictures and laugh. What do you expect? Of course they're gonna see your pictures and laugh, but hear me out. They're gonna laugh, and another person is gonna post another picture. They're gonna laugh at that person, and they already moved on from your situation. And after they've moved on from your situation, like, they don't care anymore. So it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep. And my lesson number 11 just emphasized the last point. Like, no one cares. No one cares about what you do. No one cares about, like, no one cares. One thing about gossip, people are always going to gossip. They're always going to gossip. And after they gossip about you and it's all said and done and they laugh and everything is said and done, they really don't care. Everyone has their own situations they are going through. Everyone has their own drama in their life. They might use your situation as amusement because you probably put yourself out there in the public eye. They might laugh louder because you are out there, you are in the front line. Maybe if you are on social media like me, like here on YouTube, they might use my situation to laugh a little louder because I put myself out there like in the forefront, like, hey guys, I'm here. So they're gonna laugh, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And that shouldn't kill like your self-confidence. It shouldn't kill the dreams that you have. It shouldn't kill whatever you want to do just because someone laughed. Are you for real? It's just like any situation that is viral. The situation is like probably viral for like a few days and people move on and they move on to the next funny situation. So stop dwelling on embarrassment. No one cares. Lesson number 12. Having a degree is not enough. Like, having a qualification, it's not enough. Like, I had to learn this the hard way. Like, having a qualification is not enough. What's important out there is you having experience and having people who are going to back you up and be like, oh, we know this person, she is hardworking, people who are going to back you up when you are looking for a job. Because having qualifications on paper, that's not enough. People can't hire you off qualifications that you have off paper, but they would love to hire you off experiences that you've had with different companies that you've worked for. So yeah, I would advise people in their early 20s, after you get that degree, diploma, whatever it is that you studied for, go and work and gain some experience. That is going to help you in the long run. Don't be like me and study and just put it out there and continue living your life. And then you get to your 30s and you're like, oh, I actually would love to work. Let me look for a job. And you just find out that it's actually not that easy. It's not that easy. It's possible, but it's just not that easy. Lesson number 13. Whatever kind gestures you can do for a man, whatever kind gestures you want to do for him, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't care, and he is not going to do anything about it. It's not like he's going to treat you better. Nothing is going to change the way he feels about you, and nothing is going to change the status of your relationship. If a man doesn't want you, he doesn't want you. You can be the best cook, you can be the best, you can be so good looking, you can have morals, you can have values, you can be from a very good home, but if it's not you he wants, it's not you he's going to pursue. That's just how men are. If he doesn't want you, he doesn't want you. You might find that he doesn't want you and he wants someone else who doesn't even come close to the type of woman you are. Someone who doesn't even come close to the achievements that you probably have. If a man doesn't want you, he doesn't want you, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is just from experience. That's not what I'm saying about the guy you are with. even though it might be possible, but that's not what I'm saying with about the guy you're with. Only you know your situation. Lesson number 14. Therapy works. Therapy works. Like, it really, really works. But you know, like, sometimes for people like me, for people like me who are very self-aware, sometimes, you know, being self-aware it can be dangerous for you. Like, people, if you are like me and you are very self-aware, it can be very dangerous for people like us, you know, because you know all your issues, you know all your problems, and you know all the solutions. But sometimes you must just be dragging your feet. Therapy does work. Like, if you have any situation or any problems, going to a therapist actually works. Instead of talking to your lousy friends who are going to use that information against you, just go to a therapist. That professional will never share your information with anybody. And also just know, if you've told one friend something, this is not even a guess. Trust me, the other friend knows as well. Her friends and her friends' friends know. Her friends' know. So everyone knows. Once you've told one person a secret, everyone knows already. So there's no such thing as like, oh, you know my secrets. And you also can't hold a person responsible if they already know your secret. You chose willingly to tell the person your secrets. So if they share the secret with someone else, well, there's nothing you can do about it because you willingly chose to tell that person your secret. Lesson number 15. What you do, your life is in your hands. Basically, like, this is the palm of your hand and this is your life. What can I use? Okay, I'm going to use this glass hand, and this glass is your life. So your life is in your hand, just like how I'm holding this glass. If you decide you're gonna hold this glass so tightly and you're not gonna lose this water inside, it can be shaken by weather, by circumstances, or whatever things you might go through. Your water might be shaken and it might spill out a little. But if you decide to hold this like this to dear life, it's up to you. But if you decide to let go of this glass and it falls and it breaks and you lose all the water inside this glass, that's also up to you. Your life is in your hand, like how I'm holding this glass. Anything that happens in your life is up to you. Anything and everything that will happen in your life is up to you. You might not realize it, especially I think, like, for people who are under 25, you might not realize that your life is in your hands. But after 25, if you don't know that your life is in your hands, you are in for a big surprise, my dear. Lesson number 16. Any relationship, any friendship, whatever type of relationship or form of relationship that you want to pursue, hear me and hear me clearly. Please, I'm begging you, hear me and hear me clearly. Just make sure that both of you, with that person that you are trying to pursue, you are equally yoked. That you like the same hobbies, you want the same things in your future, that you have more in common than same values, you have the same desires, you have the same goals, or you have the same vision of the future, so your life doesn't clash. Because you don't want to be in a friendship or relationship and your lives are just against each other because you always quarrel. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want this. Like, I feel like in any relationship you have to be moving in one accord. You have to be moving accordingly. Like, the both of you have to be in sync. Like, you have to be like, okay, this is what we're doing. Yeah, this is what we're doing. The other person might bring in inputs like, okay, we're gonna do it like this and this and this and this. But you need to be in one accord. Otherwise, you're gonna turn into frenemies. Otherwise, you're going to be frenemies and you're going to end up hating each other and resenting each other. And you do not want that in your relationships, because 2024, we are building strategic relationships that are valuable in our lives and that are going to bring return. I always say this. Number 17. Anything that you give your undivided attention to, it will grow and it will flourish. Anything that you decide to invest your time and energy, it will grow. Business that you want to start and you're like, okay, I'm going to invest my time, money, energy, resources, everything to this business. It is going to do well because you have exhausted all your resources in that business. The same way that you water good things, I also feel like if you have any negative situation in your life and you keep giving it attention and you keep watering it, it's also going to grow. It's also going to grow. Lesson number 18. Lesson number 18, and I know that not all of us are going to agree with this. Like I said before, we are different. Your parents are just a vessel that God used to bring you to this world. They do not owe you anything and they don't have to do anything for you. Just appreciate that you were born and take your life C to finish. Take your life and make the best of it. Whatever good you can get out of that life that you have, that's what you should strive for. Whatever good, even if you don't have much, even if you don't have like a lot, whatever good that you can get out of that life that you have, just try and get it. Lesson number 19, your past does not define you. What you did in 1976 does not define who you are today. And don't let anyone tell you your past does not define you. I'm not saying do bad things now because you know in the future your past doesn't define you. No, don't do bad things willingly, but just know that your past does not define you. Your past is not who you are. It's in the past for a reason, so it does not define you. Lesson number 20. Your background does not define you. Where you came from, that does not define you. Whether you came from a broken home, whether you came from bad situations, that does not define who you are going to be in the future. Also, like some people who come from good homes, like some people whose parents were millionaires, they are still not defined by that, because you would find like a child whose parents were millionaires and today they are nothing. They have nothing. It happens. You would find like heiresses whose parents had billions and billions and today they have nothing. You have to make your own name. Lesson number 21, do not choose your spouse. Choose your partner based on looks. Looks do not bring food to the table. Looks do not raise children. So you can't tell me that you are choosing your spouse because they look good, they're handsome, or they're beautiful, or they have a nice body, they have a nice shape. You cannot choose your spouse based on looks. It doesn't work. It does not work. It does not work. And usually, the good-looking guys are the one who would bring drama into your life. Number 22. Lesson number 22. Once you know your value, you are going to respect yourself. I'm going to say it again. Once you know your value, you are going to so much respect on your name. Once you know how valuable you are and how valuable your life is and how valuable what you have to offer is, you are going to put some respect on yourself. Number 23, when you laugh, people will laugh with you. But when it's time for you to go through hardships and it's time for you to cry, no one is going to cry with you. You're going to be by yourself. So just be ready for that and do not hold anyone against it. Because I already told you, when you cry, you're going to cry alone. But when you are happy and everything is nice, a lot of people are going to be around you. That's just how life is. Number 24. Just because you miss someone, it doesn't mean you want them back in your life. Just because you miss someone, it doesn't mean you want them back. Just remember the reason why you had to cut communication with that person. This is always the case with me, because I always miss my family, I always miss my friends, but I always sit and remember, like, why did you cut communication? Okay, you miss them, yes, but do you want to be in contact with these people? And no, I do not want to be in contact with them. So just because you miss someone, it does not mean that you want to be in contact with them. You just miss them because it's a feeling. You have loved this person probably for a long time, but it doesn't mean you want to be. Lesson number 25. I will say this with my full chest. Do not tolerate disrespect from anyone. Do not tolerate disrespect from anyone. If someone is trying to disrespect you, call them out. If you cannot call them out, remove yourself from that situation. Do not tolerate disrespect from anyone. Lesson number 26. You know, some situations and some things are just none of your business. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Do not involve yourself. Especially, like, this is when I realized this. Like, if some of my friends are going through like some stuffs in their relationship, and you know they want to talk about it, and I would lend an ear to listen. But for me to provide you with a solution, why? I will just listen because you're probably looking for someone to vent to. But I will not reply. You will not hear anything from me. It's none of my business. Like, it's none of my business. That's your situation. That's your cup of tea. That's for you to sort out. So it has nothing to do with me. So, yeah. Whatever people are going through most of the time, that has nothing to do with you. Stay away from it. Stay away. If someone is going through a hard time, or you can just say sorry, but it's none of your business. Stay away. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Minding your own business will save you every single time. Okay? It will save you every single time. I'm not lying to you. Minding your own business will save you every single time. And do not defend anyone. Also, I had to learn this the hard way. Do not defend anyone, especially if a person who has never defended you. Don't defend them. Just keep quiet and mind your own business. Number 28. Be grateful. Like, practice gratitude. Be very thankful for what you have. Because just remember, a few years back, you wanted to be where you are today. And the fact that you are able to be here, that's by the grace of God. So just be grateful. When I look at my life like 5 years ago, I wanted to be here where I am right now. And I'm just so grateful. So practice gratitude. Always be thankful, and be thankful for what you have. Everything that you have, treat it like an egg, like it's going to break. Treat it with so much love, tender, and care, like it's going to break. Practice gratitude. P7. You need to love. You need to love. You need to love. I know sometimes people are always going to break your heart if you love. But you just need to love like Jesus. You know how Jesus used to love people? He cared so much. I'm not saying love with your emotions, but you just need to love. And stop holding people accountable. Like, that's one lesson I had to learn. Like, right now, I don't hold anyone accountable of anything. Whatever you do, that's your business. Whatever reasons you had for doing it, that's your business again. I'm not going to hold you accountable for anything. It's not my place. It's not my place. All I can do is just be nice to you and extend some love and kindness. So yeah, you need to love and care for people. Some people are going through things that they might not talk about. Some people are going through traumas that they might not talk about. So just extend some love and kindness. be a light, like just be an illuminating light in this life. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be whatever. Don't be a nasty person. Don't be a mean girl. Just be nice. Be nice. Be a nice person. Being nice doesn't take anything away from you. It doesn't cost 29. Being lonely and being alone, those are two different things, like two totally different things. When you are lonely, it means you are lonely, you are looking for companionship. But when you are alone and you are content with being alone, it means you enjoy yourself, you enjoy your company, and you enjoy being by yourself. So don't get that twisted. Being lonely and looking for companionship is different from being alone. Like you're just alone right now because there's no one around you, but you're not lonely. So you must know the difference. 30. One of the most important lessons that I had to learn. The magic that you are looking for is in the work that you are avoiding to do. Whatever success or big achievements you are looking for is in that pile of work you are avoiding to do. So get started, like get started. Just get started. So we have come to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed this video as I have enjoyed making this video for you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you care. And until next time, guys, I love you, but God loves you more. Bye.